Okay, it's me, Beth.
Then she's going to bring you back up.
Then I introduce Stephanie. Is that in here?
Matthew and Stephanie Patrick.
Okay.
I think you have this upside down a little bit.
Sorry, thank you.
And then you have closing.
I'm closing?
Yes.
Not her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she gets her final. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oops. Right here. There you go.
Okay. Perfect. Who else is joining us?
Patrick and Stephanie.
Okay.
And then you have your closing right here.
Yep.
Okay.
Got it. Congressional Creators Caucus. You can applaud. Congressional Creators Caucus. You can applaud now. Thank you. I also want to thank all the creators who have decided to be here today. We welcome you and look forward to working with you. This endeavor is a new effort to bring fresh perspectives of creators into the public policy conversation. The creator economy is now a vibrant ecosystem of online digital content, rhythmic transparency, monetization, and payment transparency. To meet the moment, their views and challenges must be heard by Congress in a meaningful and actionable way. After the proposed TikTok ban looked like it would become reality, my colleagues and I heard the story after story from creators who reached out in fear. That their livelihoods would be taken away from them. We were behind to ensure that their voices are heard in the policy process. Various platforms, such as YouTube, are providing creators and viewers ecosystems of ways to reach millions on a global scale, allowing creators to build capital, paying more than $70 billion to creators and media companies in just the past 3 years. Congress, as I've said, is behind the curve, and we have to stay abreast of industry trends and how creators use online platforms to make money in order to ensure guardrails are in place to protect creators and the exponential growth of this industry. Again, I am excited to bring the Creators Caucus to the Hill, and I look forward to working with my colleague, Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne, in meeting the moment. My position on Energy and Commerce Committee, Rep. Beth Van Duyne's role on the Small Business Committee is a great union to lead this caucus and address creators' issues. From data privacy to accessing capital to engaging with the SBA, we have an opportunity here to meet the greatest challenges creators face, and our service on committees built upon bipartisanship aligns us perfectly to meet this critical moment. So let me thank you, and it's my honor and privilege now to turn it over to Representative Beth Van Duyne.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Beth Van Duyne. I represent the great Congressional District 24 in Texas. In addition to being on small business, I'm also on the Ways and Means Committee, and I also chair the former Mayor's Caucus, which when we talk about bipartisan things, it's an awesome committee, an awesome caucus to be a part of. And I want to thank all of you for being here today to help us officially kick off the Creators Caucus. I am thrilled to be joined by my co-chair, Representative Clarke, in this moment of bipartisan agreement. Proof that if there's one thing that can bring both sides of the aisle that we can appreciate is just funny cat videos. But let's talk about this fast-growing, this always evolving digital creator marketplace. It's home to everything from adorable animal fails to DIY plumbing advice that actually works most of the time. It's fun, it's chaotic, and yes, it's also serious business. Today, there are more than 70 million content creators making money online. And that means that nearly every single congressional district has people who are out there that are turning their creativity into paychecks. And whether they're making makeup tutorial masters or citizen journalists or that guy who reviews fast food in his car, they're small business owners, they are job creators, and they are community builders. These folks aren't just changing how we consume content, but they're changing how we think about work, entrepreneurship, and even fame. I mean, who knew that tossing a water bottle with perfect aim could turn into a brand worth millions? But with all this innovation comes challenges, from ever-changing regulations and confusing tax rules to trying to figure out how to turn a viral video into a sustainable business. That's where the Creators Caucus comes in. We want to understand what these modern small businesses need and how Congress can help them grow, succeed, and keep doing what they do best, and that is creating awesome stuff. So now let me brag on one of our hometown success stories, Dude Perfect. Anybody out there hear of Dude Perfect? If you don't know them, you should, and I definitely tell you your kids do. But imagine 5 college buddies with a camera, a basketball, and way too much time on their hands. They turn trick shots in their backyard into an internet empire. Today, they've got over 61 million subscribers. 61 million subscribers. They sell out NBA arenas with family-friendly live videos and shows, and they just opened an 80,000 square foot headquarters in Frisco, Texas. Oh, and they're also planning a theme park. I mean, a theme park, y'all. I cannot even get my printer to work, and these guys are building the Disney World of trick shots. So what's amazing is that their story isn't about fame and fortune. It's about faith and friendship and building something meaningful. They've created jobs, they've inspired millions, and they've shown what happens when creativity meets opportunity. And that's what the heart of the Creators Caucus is. We are here for the big names and the niche stars, for the backyard inventors, the kitchen table podcasters, and the teachers who explain quantum physics using sock puppets. Whatever your content, we want to help you to create your dreams, make them big, navigate the hurdles, and share your voice with the world. I want to thank you all again for being here today. The Creators Caucus is about making sure the people that are driving this new economy, whether they're filming in high-tech studios or just propping their phones up against a stack of books, that they have the support that they need to succeed. Our job is to make the path a little smoother, the rules a little clearer, and the opportunities that much bigger. So because whether or not you're reaching an audience of 50 or 50 million, we're not just supporting content. We are backing creativity, small business, and a future where anyone with a good idea and a Wi-Fi signal has a real shot at success. And I want to thank my co-chair, Yvette Clarke, and invite her back up to the podium.
Very well. Thank you, Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne of Texas. It's now my honor and my privilege to bring to the fore Matthew and Stephanie Patrick. And they're going to share with you sort of their lens to what we're doing today in establishing this caucus. So, Stephanie and Matthew.
Thank you. Good afternoon. We're Stephanie. Good afternoon. And thank you both so much for being here. We're Stephanie and Matthew Patrick. We've been creators and business owners online for the last 14 years, and we've built one of the most successful and largest digital production companies in the creator economy. We're very proud of it. Additionally, over the last decade, we've served as advisors to hundreds of creators, as well as some of the world's biggest media companies all over the place. Through our work, we've witnessed the incredible impact and the incredible diversity of what it means to be a creator. You've heard all of this a bit already, but it encompasses everything from literally you sharing family photos on Instagram to small mom and pop businesses who use TikTok Shop to promote their products. It also includes some of the largest production companies in the world, like Mr. Beast Studios from our home state of North Carolina. He just hit 400 million subscribers on YouTube and is valued as a company of over $1 billion. Some of these companies employ hundreds of people, and to the point some employ 0, 1, 5. It's just an incredible range. This is the diversity of what it means to be a creator at every level. The creator economy is a force that is growing and cannot be ignored, and we're so excited that it has a place here today. At its core, a creator is a small business. just like we've said, growing through the power of online video. There are now thousands from every conceivable background, from every state in the U.S., all building brands and companies. Social video platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you name it, all of them, they provide opportunities to create millions of jobs. And not just in arts and entertainment. We're talking jobs in data analytics, programming, marketing, sales, engineers, design, the list goes on. These platforms and the business owners working on them very hard, tirelessly, all the time, are also providing greater representation, freedom of expression, and education for viewers in every state and jurisdiction, as well as around the world.
Right now, we all know the major headline-grabbing topics, right? Everything from online privacy, responsible use of AI, addictive algorithms, protection of children on the internet, the list goes on and on. Creators are some of the first people, the first businesses to actually have to confront these issues head first on a daily basis. And it's our hope through this Creator Caucus and through the conversations that it's going to inspire that we can help educate legislators on these fast-moving, ever-evolving issues so that legislation is timely and relevant. On the other hand, some of the issues that we're going to be speaking about aren't making the most exciting of headlines, but are equally important and critical to the survival of this budding ecosystem. Things like clarification of tax codes for a new category of entrepreneur and access to small business support and resources. Every congressional district has itself a creator-led business, and there are more and more appearing each and every day. This isn't just an East Coast, West Coast issue or a Middle America industry. This is an everyone industry. Many of the issues that are facing the creator economy are also increasingly impacting small businesses and civilians at large. More and more, all companies are relying on these digital platforms to get their messages out and to grow their customer bases or to improve their growth potential. So in our mind, this is just as much a creator economy caucus as it is a future economy caucus. And so it is our great honor and our great privilege to be working with Representatives Clarke and Van Duyne for recognizing the value of this space and for including us and other creators in these very important discussions moving forward. Thank you. And back to you, Representative Clarke.
So we're just giving you a little preview, and I venture to say that the work that we're here doing, we will be doing with this caucus, will actually have global implications. Because indeed, when you're an online platform, not only are you being exposed to the vast market that is the United States of America, but we are a nation that is emulated around the world. And so the work that we do through this caucus will, I think, have ripple effects globally. Having said that, let me thank Matthew and Stephanie for bringing their remarks, and have my dear colleague, Beth Van Duyne, bring her final remarks.
I'm just excited to be here today. I cannot wait to see what happens in the future. When I talk to, my son is 23 and my daughter's 26. So I would say that this is a new land for me as well. But being able to connect with my kids has just been phenomenal. And when you start thinking about where we are getting information now, it's not on TV. It's not reading the paper. A lot of the information that we're getting is being provided online in a way that people want to hear it, the way that they want to receive it. It's evolution. And so we need to make sure that we are not doing anything from a legislative perspective that will, determine the outcome, or that would actually prevent this innovation from occurring. And I am just wanting to be, we're hungry, we want to have legislative fixes, but we also want to make sure that these small business owners can be as successful as possible. So I'm really proud to be able to do this with you, and if you all have any questions, let us know. Yeah.
Thank you all for doing this. Thanks to all the creators who came out. Both of you speak very fluently about these issues. Don't know if I can say that about some of your colleagues in Congress. How long will you be having conversations to take some of the stories of these creators to some of your colleagues who are still learning about how impactful the creator economy is and how urgent some of these fixes are? We know Congress can sometimes move slower than some of the creators would like. How will you all be speaking to your colleagues about the urgency of these issues and help them get up to speed with them if they're not as fluent as you all are when it comes to the creator economy and some of the challenges that these creators face?
I think I think regardless of how fluent you are in the industry, all of us know that it's out there. We've all seen it, whether or not it's in campaigns or as we're coming together for votes. I mean, it's very obvious that it's prevalent. We get phone calls about it from our constituents. I think by creating a caucus, by giving us an opportunity to have a platform where we're discussing it, where we're going to be inviting, people who actually do this for a living to come and share their stories, share their concerns, share their experiences with members of Congress, I think it's a great opening, and it's a great opportunity to be able to partner with the industry as opposed to trying to define the industry.
I agree with Beth wholeheartedly. As someone who's been really enamored with all things tech, I share with folks, I'm a sci-fi geek. And so curiosity is just a part of my fiber and my being. And that's what we want to stoke in our colleagues, curiosity. We've gotten them to drop the flip phones, and now they are prepared because they're receiving content through their staffs, through their family members, on their mobile devices. And so I think that this is a great time with the level of engagement that we all have as a body for us to get this caucus off the ground and get the engagement and participation of our colleagues as well.
Other lawmakers have signed on to join you in this caucus, or is it just the two of you so far?
Well, we'll be having a reception this afternoon. Hopefully a little food, a little drink, a little content creators will draw some members to that event. And certainly we will be circulating among our colleagues to let them know that this caucus has been established and they need to be a part of it.
Can you talk about the importance of this being a bipartisan caucus?
Well, I think when you're talking about content, I mean, it has to be bipartisan because regardless, it's not a one-sided issue. You're having people from every single, as I mentioned, every single congressional district, 70 million different content creators. It affects all of us. I think working in a way that we're not stifling, we're not limiting the growth, the potential, the innovation, but we're actually looking at this from a small business. I'm both on the Ways and Means Committee, which handles tax policy, trade policy, but I'm also on small business. And when we think about, we just had a hearing this morning talking about private equity in the small business world. It was a very bipartisan hearing. I think that can happen because we all have mom and pops at home who we want to make sure are creative. We've got over 34 million small businesses in this country. And I think helping them, aiding them, and being able to create job opportunities, increase our economy, and be able to share their content is what we should be focused on.
Oh, did you want me to answer too?
No.
She said it all.
If you'd like to.